chop it down like Paul Bunyan and drag it home to you in triumph. And I was running and running and running, and then I saw...
But you were right at the edge of the woods.
Yes.
And right in Mr. Hobart's parking lot.
Yes.
And that perfect tree was standing there right with all the other perfect trees just waiting to be sold.
I know how hard it's been for you having your mother here, breathing down your neck.
No. When I think about how badly I treated you, I really can understand what it's sweet.
Oh, it's so dark and empty.
Oh, Steve, no, don't throw the tinsel in clumps like that. You either. Come on, you know better. You're gonna hang it on. Careful.
Delicately like icicle.
Frame trees were never delicate. We used to go out in the woods of Oklahoma and get the biggest pine tree we could find, drag it through the doors, prop it up, and throw tinsel at it.
Mama, Matthew's eating Santa.
Matthew! Oh, Santa was for fun. It's okay.
Poor Santa.
It's okay.
All right.
Okay.
All right, time for the star.
Oh, what do we
Now,
do? It has to be just perfect.
Well, it looks great to me.
No, something's missing.
Matthew wants the lights turned on right now, Mama.
Oh, he does. Well, how do you know that?
I can tell that's off. Please?
No. Whatever's missing, it hardly matters. Nancy, the star, if you please. Thank you very much.
Careful,
Careful, I'm careful.
Oh,
Does it fit?
Yeah,
You know, I'm trying to remember how many trees we trimmed in this house.
Oh, I remember each one.
Star of wonder, star of light, star of royal beauty bright. Rachel, that's your cue, lights.
Oh, okay, we got the lights.
The lights.
Old chocolate safe? Oh. I wonder who got it. I'll get it.
What do you think, Ada? Is there something missing? We have the ornaments, we have the garland, the lights.
Well, there's always room for a few more, right?
Yes, I was just saying, you know, we were missing something. I didn't realize.
Here.
Merry Christmas, everybody. Steve, Nancy, Matthew, and
Merry
my
Christmas.
best Christmas.
Merry
Christmas back home.
Well, what are we waiting for? Let's have the lights.
Yes.
Can you...
Now? Wait, I'll get the switch.
All right, okay, I'll get these.
Now, Rachel.
Oh, how pretty.
Bells on bobtails ring, making spirits bright. Oh, what fun it is to sing a singing song tonight.
Mom, don't stop singing. I love hearing you sing.
Mother? I was just fixing to take the dance from the play. Oh, Mother. Baby. I don't care how grown up you are, you know, you're always going to be my baby. I wouldn't have it any other way. Oh, that tree, you know, some of the ornaments on that tree are just as old as you are. You know, I still remember this candy cane. Your father gave it to you on your very first Christmas. You licked it, and I have the picture. I still remember how awful it tasted. And then you learned to play the piano. Remember, Christmas, you played Christmas carols. All those lessons, and all I could manage was Frosty the Snowman. Will he ever win? 22 uncles. Every single Christmas I hear that so much. I know too, Mother. I had myself all together. I was going to handle this very maturely. Now look at me handling this. Oh, Mother, I'm going to miss you and Julia so much. Try to remember what I'm going back to be with Dan on Christmas Eve. And if there's a chance that the two of us can save our marriage, I know you have to, and I want you to, too, if you and Dad will be happy. Well, that's the big word, if. Tell me the truth, Mother. Do you think I'm doing the right thing?
This part of Another World is brought to you by High Point, the decaffeinated coffee with deep brewed flavor. High Point, it's the coffee lover's decaffeinated.
Did you say, darling?
Me and Matt want to go to sleep now to wake up and see Santa.
You want to go to sleep now, and you sleep? It's just after lunch.
Hey, you kids, I don't think you're ready for Santa Claus yet. I don't see any stockings lined up on this mantelpiece here.
Oh, yes, you need your stockings or else Santa doesn't know who's who or what to give you.
Yes, he will. Matthew wrote Santa a letter, and I helped him write it.
Oh, well, why don't you help Matthew and Amanda find their stockings? I think they're upstairs.
Oh,
they
boy,
are.
if you
I
get your
think they're
stockings
in-
and put them on the
I think they're
mantle.
in Nancy's room.
Come on,
Then you'll
sweetheart,
be
bring it
ready
through.
for
It's
Santa
okay. If he doesn't want to go, you can bring him down, okay?
Yeah.
Okay?
Get your stockings.
Right, and hurry back, because
Matthew,
otherwise
don't you
the
wanna go
grown-ups
upstairs and
just
get
may eat all of the cookies.
Just may eat all of the cookies? Are you kidding? Look at those cookies. Oh, the Christmas tree-shaped ones are my favorite ones with the red and green sprinkles.
Ah, well. Oh. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, Matt, go ahead. There are plenty. Go ahead.
Well, I just happen to be partial to Christmas trees with green sprinkles as well, and we used to call them Jimmy's. Jimmy's, that's what it was.
Well, whatever. They're delicious, even if I do say so myself.
I like the ones with all the icing.
Who are the kids around here anyway?
It's Christmas. We're all kids, I guess.
You better believe that.
I was hoping that we'd have a whole house full of people by now.
Well, you've got a good start anyway.
Yeah, well, Steve had invited Quinn and Thomasina to come over. And we were hoping that she would persuade Henrietta and her daughter to come over, too.
Oh, that was a nice thing to do.
Yes, it was very nice, Rachel and Steve. You know, coming at this season, Bob Morgan's death is particularly painful. I mean, everybody else enjoying their family and friends. My heart goes out to Henrietta.
And Quinn. Bob Morgan's death was a big blow to a lot of people.
Well, that's why we were hoping both of them would come over.
Well, you know, maybe Quinn and Henrietta would rather be by themselves.
Oh, here, sweetie, you need a Kleenex. Come here.
Some people handle grief better that way, I think.
Well, I don't know. I think I'm on Rachel's side. I think grief is like an unwanted guest that overstays his visit, and you just have to open the door and shove him out.
Especially at
that
Christmas.
Maybe the new year will bring a lot of us a lot more happiness.
Yeah, here.
You know, the best present, Mac, that we could give Henrietta is to get her famous pie plant in operation.
Here.
Is he stuck? Is he stuck?
Well, what's the trouble?
Look at this.
I want the red one, and Matthew wants the red one, and Nancy wants the red one.
Oh, dear.
Now, that is a serious problem.
Absolute. But Amanda, do you remember how much you loved your blue tricycle?
Well, yes.
Mm-hmm.
And Nancy loves her green turtle.
I've got a wonderful idea. Now, Amanda, why don't you take the blue one that you like, and Nancy can have the green one, and Matthew can have the red one.
Oh, that's a good
There we are.
And then you'll all have your stockings for Santa. Okay. Go find them. He really wants that red one. You know, I think we'd all have more fun if we go upstairs with them than stay down here.
It's too bad Maggie couldn't be here, Mac. I assumed she'd be home for the Christmas holidays.
Well, I tell you, Steve, I've learned not to assume anything as far as little Maggie's mother is concerned.
You haven't heard from Cecile and Sandy?
They have not apprised me of their travel plans, no. And they haven't called Elena either.
That doesn't sound like Sandy.
Well, does staying all the time with Cecile sound like Sandy? Does running away from Blaine to a Caribbean island with Cecile sound like Sandy? Does turning his back on... Stop. Sorry. Got carried away. Beginning to sound like Ebenezer Scrooge, when really I feel like Tiny Tim. Not that Tiny Tim, the other one. Say, why don't we get the kids back down here, okay, and have some games and eat up all the cookies?
Mac, before we do that, how long can we have Amanda? I mean, I know it's Christmas Eve, and you probably have all sorts of plans for her.
You must not have noticed a little bag out there in the hall.
Well, yeah, it's presents, isn't it?
Yes, in a way it is. Inside are Amanda's flannel nightgown and her toothbrush. Oh, yes, and a candy bar, which she wants to leave out so Sandy will divide it with his reindeer.
She can stay.
Yes, well, I couldn't very well let her not see Santa here where she's always seen him, could I?
Oh, she's already seen him. So have I. Thank you.
It's a lovely gift, Mac. Thank you.
Well, Steve, 'tis the season and all that sort of thing, right?
Can you stay, too?
Oh, no, I couldn't.
Rachel and I would be pleased.
Oh, that's awfully kind of you, Steve. No, I've got a very full social calendar for this evening, but before I go, I do want to go out to the car and bring in some gifts to go under your tree.
Oh, but certainly your social calendar would include staying for the Yule log.
Oh, come on, you don't need me for that.
Oh, we do. And mostly we need you to read Christmas stories to the children. It wouldn't be Christmas without that.
Wow,
Papa,
just for the children?
Uh-huh.
two trains,
Well, I can't refuse that, can I?
two trains.
Oh, I wish I had a camera. You two look so perfect there. Don't move. I'll always remember this, no matter how far away we are.
Judy, what a sweet thing to say.
Here, I got you a present.
Sweetheart.
It's for you and Dan, and don't you dare open it until Christmas, okay?
Thank you, honey.
I know how hard it's been for you having your mother here, breathing down your neck.
No. When I think about how badly I treated you, I'm really gonna miss you.
Oh, sweetheart. I love you so much.
I'll get it. The two of you stay there. You're just a perfect picture. Oh, Jamie, come in. Susie, your limousine is here.
Well, Merry Christmas, everybody.
Merry Christmas.
Well, we better get going if we're going to beat that airport traffic.
I'm all packed and ready, Jimmy.
Do you have to leave right this minute? I mean, can't I spend a little more time with it?
Well, your mother does have a plane to catch.
I forgot. I packed you a lunch to take on the plane.
I'll tell you what.
I'll be right back.
Julia, why don't you come with us, and then you can spend more time with your mother.
Okay, great.
Jamie, I have a Christmas wish for you.
What, a pony? An electric car?
No. I wish that you find the right woman soon. And whoever she is, I know that she's a very lucky lady.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. Let's don't even mention Sandy or Cecile anymore this holiday.
Okay.
They're not that important. In fact, you know, there are a lot of people who've got some real problems right now.
You mean like Quinn and Henrietta?
Yeah, they've gone through hell the past couple of days. I mean, they both lost the man they loved.
Well, it's not easy on you either, losing your best friend, especially someone like Bob Morgan. Is it, honey?
No. No, it's not.
Mom, yeah, baby's hungry again.
Okay. I guess I'll fix a bottle for Jean then.
How's your sister doing otherwise?
Otherwise, it's time for a change. Again.
Who could that be?
Well, you don't think that's Santa Claus this early, do you?
I'll get it.
Merry Christmas, Corey.
Merry Christmas.
Well, Harry, I just happened to be in the neighborhood.
I'm so glad you came.
Christmas is a happy time, and I'm not going to cry. It's a time for children and friends.
You can't cry with your friends. You can, you cry.
Thank you, but there's a time for everything. And right now, it's time to wish you a warm and beautiful and a very Merry Christmas. And I've got a few goodies, too.
Goody.
That's my boy.
Okay, why don't you take them, honey? Thomasina helped me wrap them. There's one for you and Mommy and Daddy and one for Jean.
Well, what do you say, Corey?
Thank you, Miss Harding.
Well, you're welcome, Mr. Ewing.
Yes, Mr. Ewing. Don't we have something for Quinn and Thomasina?
Honey, how about you getting their presents and putting those under the tree, okay?
Okay.
Quinn, can I get you something while I'm in the kitchen? I gotta warm up the bottle.
Oh, no, thank you. Just being here with friends and you is all I need.
That's about all we got. You're welcome, kid.
Larry, I was wondering, have you seen Henrietta? I've been so worried about her.
I gave her a call, but there wasn't an answer.
Maybe Henrietta and Mary Sue went down to the jail to try to see R.J.
Well, if they did, I hope they had better luck than Thomasina.
Why, didn't she get to see him?
Yeah, she saw him. But all he said was goodbye.
Well, at least that's something, Quinn. I mean, since Bob's death and he's been in custody, he hasn't said a word to anybody.
Honey, could you?
Yep, I'll get it.
Can I help you do anything in there?
Well, if you want to, when the bottle's done, you can have some tea.
Oh, I'd love it.
Okay, sure.
I know. I was just in the neighborhood myself and I stopped by. Merry Christmas, honey.
Merry Christmas. Oh, Larry, before I forget, I brought these things for you and Clarice and the family.
Henrietta, you shouldn't have.
Oh, well, baking seems to make me feel better. Therapy, I guess.
Here, let me get your coat.
Oh, no, I can't stay, Larry. Mary's
Well,
just waiting in the
you
car.
gotta stay long enough for us to give you your present.
No, all right, Claire. Quinn, I was wondering if you and Thomasina aren't busy tomorrow. Very soon I would like you to have Christmas supper with us.
Oh, no.
Well, I think that's very nice of you, Henrietta. Thank you.
Well, I had another idea. I know Larry will approve, so I won't even ask him. Quinn, could you and Thomasina and Henrietta, you and Mary Sue come to our house for dinner tomorrow?
Oh, Clarice, that's very sweet, but really, it's too many people, and you've got the baby and everything.
It's not fair to you and Larry, really.
You know, I think Clarice is right. Once again, as always, I approve. And you would really make my Christmas a lot merrier if you'd share it with me.
And it was always said of him that he knew how to keep Christmas well. If any man alive possessed that knowledge, may that be truly said of us and all of us. And so, as Tiny Tim observed, God bless us, every one. The end. Wasn't that a good story? Hmm? And now, I want you to tell me something now. I want you to tell me what you put in your letter, Santa Claus.
Thanks.
Oh, things. But what things is what I want to know. Was there maybe a doll? And was there maybe a soft woolly bear? Yes. And one other thing. Oh, I bet I know what it was. I bet that you were hoping we would have a happy Christmas with all of us together. Is that right?
You know, Daddy.
Well, I'm a good friend with Santa Claus. You know, we get our mustaches trimmed in the same barber shop. But Amanda, darling, sweetheart, you know, Santa can't always bring us everything we want, no matter how much we
I
want.
know.
Okay, good girl. Now then, what would you like next? Another story? How about it was the night before Christmas?
That's my favorite.
Well, I just thought that might be your favorite. You know what, Amanda? I used to recite this poem to you when you were a tiny baby about, look, this big, and you couldn't even understand one word that I was saying to you. Can you imagine that?
I can't imagine
No,
that.
you can't imagine it, but it was quite true. Now, are you ready? I have to get everything all quiet for this one, you know, because this is a very important one. Can you hear the fire crackling? That's all we can hear, because it was the night before Christmas. And all through the house, not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse. Right. The stockings were hung by the chimney with care in the hopes that St. Nicholas would soon be there.
Stay tuned for the next part of Another World. And now, the next part of Another World.
To his sleigh, to his team gave a whistle, and away they all flew like the down of a thistle. But I heard him exclaim, as he drove out of sight, saying, way up there, Happy Christmas to all, and to all a good night. Oh, we got company.
Oh, encore, encore.
No, that's enough stories for the night. Right, kid?
Oh, I never get tired of hearing you tell Christmas stories to Amanda. It's something I've missed.
Well, the stories haven't been the same without us all together, have they, sweetheart? Hmm?
They certainly haven't. And you know what's happening outside? It's snowing.
Oh, look at that. It might be a perfect Christmas after all, Amanda.
Oh, yeah. Won't Santa be happy?
Oh, and Santa Claus.
Are you glad?
I'm glad it's snowing for Santa.
Sure you
Yes,
are.
of course, because that means it'll be a lot easier for his sleigh and his reindeer with the snow, won't it?
And it's also a lot more fun for children because they can go out and play in it, and that's just what everybody's going to do downstairs. Would you like to join them?
Yes, I think that's a yes.
Why, it's Amanda. As I live and breathe, you know I have been instructed to take you to the kitchen. The snow patrol is leaving in 5 minutes.
Let's go.
Snow.
What's the matter,
Yeah.
Ada? Everybody loves snow.
Everybody but the people who have to watch, peel off boots and dig out driveways and clean off sidewalks, and I'm coming.
Oh, she doesn't fool me for a minute. She loves it as much as the kids do.
More. Would you
like some? Needles?
Pins.
What goes up the chimney?
Smoke.
What comes down it?
Santa Claus.
Key locks. I got mine.
Okay,
Okay, you go first.
I was just going to offer you something to drink, or maybe if you're tired of eggnog, I could get you something else.
No, actually, I don't want anything. I'm very happy just sitting right here, warming myself by the fire.
I'll join you.
Good.
Isn't it a wonderful fire?
It's a beautiful
Did you read all of these?
Well, parts of all.
Oh. You know, Steve went out and he split all those logs. He says that they burn very much better if they're split. He's
Very profound.
very particular, and he likes everything just so. What?
Nothing. I was just thinking of the first Christmas we were in the house, and you know, it was snowing then and everything.
No, you're not. You're thinking of our first Christmas tree.
Yes, I'm afraid I was.
You were so stubborn.
I was not stubborn. I was particular, just like Steve. Obviously, that's a trait you bring out in people. I wanted a tree for the living room, but it had to be a perfect tree.
And not one of the trees in Mr. Hobart's stand were good enough for you.
For you, Rachel, it was your first Christmas in your first real home. Not one of them was good enough for you. No. So that's why I had to take my little hatchet and go out into the woods with Brooks and Jamie trailing after me in the snow.
And hours later, Brooks comes back and Jamie comes back, and they're blue, but you're nowhere in sight.
You were furious.
I wasn't furious. I was worried.
You were furious.
I was furious and worried.
Right. Well, I just couldn't find the right tree, that's all.
Brooks said you saw at least 10 trees that were absolutely perfect, beautiful trees, but they were not what you wanted.
Not the right one. Nope. Not until it was nearly dark. Then suddenly, there it was. Right at the edge of the wood, standing tall and proud and full. So I took my little hatchet and I started running for it. I was going to chop it down like Paul Bunyan and drag it home to you in triumph. And I was running and running and running, and then I saw...
That you were right at the edge of the woods.
Yes.
And right in Mr. Hobart's parking lot.
Yes.
And that perfect tree was standing there right with all the other perfect trees just waiting to be sold.
You should have seen Mr. Hobart's face when I came rushing out of the woods brandishing my little hatchet.
Oh, I'll never forget your face when you came in the driveway in his truck with Mr. Hobart and that tree.
I guess I did look ridiculous.
No, you didn't. You look just wonderful. And that wonderful tree.
I'll never forget that Christmas.
Neither will I. Or this one.
Yes, of course. This tree. That's really an extraordinary tree, you know.
I'm not talking about the tree. I'm talking about you allowing us to have Amanda tonight.
Well, I felt that our little girl should wake up Christmas morning in the home that she's always known, with lots of kids around, help us celebrate. It's something she'll never forget.
I'll never forget it either. But what about you, Mac? Won't you stay a little longer? Jamie's coming over tonight.
Jamie's coming?
Mm-hmm.
Gee, that is an inducement. No, I've got too many things that I've got to do this evening. And first and foremost, I've got to get back to the apartment in time for Liz to give me the surprise party that she's planning.
A surprise party that you know everything about?
Well, I heard it over the office grapevine, but I'm going to be properly amazed and astonished and delighted. It wouldn't do to disappoint Liz.
Well, don't disappoint us either. I'll tell you what, why don't you come over in the morning and watch the children open the presents?
Well, all right. I would like to do that.
Good.
In the morning. But I must get those presents out of the car now. Put under your tree.
Oh, you've given us the best present ever. This house.
You will come in very well.
Well, the snowball battle has begun, and we all know what that means.
Yes, we know what that means.
Oh, Mac! Mac! You carried a Merry Christmas!
Well, I had to do it if you're standing under the mistletoe, you know.
What mistletoe?
Oh, it's so dark and empty here. Did all this for me? Oh, you shouldn't have, Liz, you little rascal. This is your doing, isn't it?
Liz did plan it, but like the rest of us, she wanted you to have a very Merry Christmas, Mac.
I'm so touched, Liz. I'm very surprised. And I am very touched.
Well, you're not surprised, so I'm glad you're touched.
Oh, I love you, Liz.
Let's break open the champagne.
I'll take one, Stacy.
Well, what was that?
Oh, we're being taken napkins.
Let Liz.
Canapé?
Thank you. Elena?
I'll get you a napkin.
No, I wouldn't dare. It's much too nice to be a part of this happy occasion.
Tell you what, Elena. Let's keep it happy, shall we? Nothing at all but good food, good friends, good talk.
And no mention of Sandy and Cecile.
Who?
You're absolutely right, Mac. As far as I'm concerned, they can stay on their island in the Caribbean.
Right.
We have Christmas, we have snow, and we have too much to be thankful for to let them spoil it for us.
And we're not going to let them spoil it for us. I tell you, I'll make a bargain with you. You keep me cheered up this evening. I'll keep you cheered up, Ollie. Unless you have other plans for Christmas Eve.
And Liz asked me over to her house later.
I'll escort you.
Oh, I'd like that. I'd like that very much. Oh, thank you. Oh, my.
Oh, look who's here. Welcome. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
No, you're playing hard for the surprise. Have a canapé. Stacy made them, and they're delicious. Go right in.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, Mac.
Merry Christmas. And Larry, I'm so glad you would come. I know you have a lot of other things on your mind.
Well, maybe it's because I do that I came looking for a little Christmas spirit.
Well, this is a place you'll find it. Everybody, a glass of champagne.
Hey! Larry, listen, I want you to know that I feel as deeply for Blaine as you do. If I could just reason with Sandy out of this nonsense with Cecile.
Yeah, I know, Mac. It's not your fault. Look, my sister's going to make the best of it one way or another.
I'm sure she will, whether that includes my son or not.
You two gentlemen look like you could use drinks.
We could indeed. Which one's for
Merry Christmas, Larry.
Christmas cheer.
Merry Christmas.
Ah.
Shelf, huh?
I wonder about that.
How about a toast? You think a toast is in order?
I think several toasts are in order. I think you should go first.
No, Cash. Cash is good in this sort of thing.
Well, all right, Liz. To Mac Corey. I don't think there's one of us here who hasn't been touched by your generosity, your warmth, your good humor, and most of all, by your passion for life. I, for one, consider myself to be extremely fortunate to call you my friend, Mac. Mac Corey.
Mac.
Cass? I don't know what to say.
Say thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
you.
If I could just add one more thing.
Go on, Sally.
I'm not such a bad boss either.
Yeah, he plays a mean game of racquetball.
Hey! And most of all, I am incredibly humble. And one more thing. I'm eternally grateful to each and every one of you.
Oh, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas.
This is good.
Very good. I think I better open another bottle, don't you?
Sandy!
Hi.
Good Jamie! Oh, I'm sorry.
How are you?
Pretty good.
Hi, Mac.
Good.
Yeah.
Sorry I'm late.
Larry. Oh.
Were you surprised to find a room full of people?
Very surprised. And very, very happy.
I'm happy too, Mac. I wouldn't miss being here tonight with you for anything in the world. Merry Christmas.
One for Grandma, one for me, one for Sally. Well, I guess we won't be needing this anymore, will we?
Merry Christmas,
Peter!
Is something wrong?
No, I was expecting... Come on in, you must be freezing cold. Here, let me take that.
No, I better leave it right here. It's really coming down out there.
Oh, yeah, I know. Listen, would you like something warm to drink? My grandmother just made a bowl of wassail for the, party tonight.
Oh, that sounds perfect.
Okay, great. Peter, are you supposed to be at Matt Corey's surprise party?
Aren't you?
Well, yeah, but I just got finished dropping my mother off at the plane. Jamie Frame dropped me here so I could get my grandmother's party into shape.
Well, that must have been sad for you.
No, not at all.
No, I mean, dropping your mother off at the plane on Christmas Eve.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, well, it was a bittersweet moment. She has to go back and see if she can patch up her marriage. But I'm gonna miss her a lot. Anyway, let me get you that cup of whiskey.
You're probably wondering why I got here so early.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I was.
Well, I was planning on going to Mac's party first with everybody else, but when I got into my car, I realized I didn't have the address. And, of course, his number's unlisted, and the Corey complex is closed, so... and, of course, like a true dummy, I forgot to ask Sally when she invited me, so... Dumb, huh?
Well, for a top-notch legal mind, yeah, it was pretty dumb.
Well, I set myself up for that.
Yeah, you did. You did. Well, Sally won't be back from the party for a while, but can I serve as temporary company?
Oh, absolutely. If I can help you with the preparations around here.
Oh, well, there's just one more decoration left. But forget it.
What? My memory may be a little faulty, but I can still hang a wreath or set up a card thing.
It's mistletoe. I was going to ask you to hang it up, but I thought that might be a little obvious.
Well, it's okay if I'm a little obvious, huh?
What are you doing? I guess not.
Well, where should I hang?
Now, Elena, we promised each other we were not gonna mention you-know-who.
Yeah. It's just that you-know-who is very much in the present right now, no matter how far away they are. It's odd.
It's like they're one of the ghosts out of A Christmas Carol.
Yes, it's true. Sandy and Cecile. They are our ghosts of Christmas past, present, and future.
Mac, it was a lovely surprise party. Didn't Cass make a splendid speech? And everyone looked so pretty. And wasn't it nice of Jamie to come?
Jamie, best of all.
You know how very much you mean to him. I mean, I know that Stephen is really his father, but you were his father for so many years. He knows that, and he'll never forget it.
I hope not. I always thought of Jamie as my son, the son I could never have. Until Sandy, of course. Oh, Elena. But you're right, there's so many ghosts. And when Sandy, Cecile, the baby come back, I'm afraid we're in for darker days yet.
Perhaps. Oh, Mac, come on. Let us put ghosts aside. This is Christmas Eve, isn't it?
You bet it is! Christmas Eve! And we're going to see that it's the best Christmas Eve in all history.
Now that...
Cinderella! Where's my coat? Where's your coat? We got a party to make.
Parties.
Yes, party with good friends and wassail bowls and Christmas carols and mistletoe and one other thing. Before all that engulfs us, one very quiet, small, little thing I want to say to you. A Merry Christmas, Elena.
A Merry Christmas, Mac.
And many out. Now, my lady, we're on our way.
Thank you, sir.
That's Amanda's stocking, isn't it?
Yeah, I was just thinking about when we had our first Christmas and her stocking was so tiny we could only fit a walnut in it.
It was nice of Mac to let us stay here tonight.
Oh, wasn't it? You know, I think he's beginning to realize that she belongs here permanently.
Don't push.
I'm not pushing.
Yes, you are. Let me put it this way. You had Steve and Matthew in this wonderful house. Mac only has Amanda.
I wouldn't be taking her away from him. He could come here and see her whenever he wanted to.
Mac lives in town now, remember? It might be a little tough for him to get out here that often.
Oh, I'll get that.
No, wait a minute. I want...
Oh, Jamie! Merry Christmas! Oh, Mom, look who's here, Jamie!
Look who's here, Frosty the Snowman!
Oh,
Oh, that's a terrible thing to do to me.
I hope
You look like an avalanche. Come on, get
I
out
hope
of
we
that
get
wet
snowed
coat.
in. That's what I hope.
Get out of your wet shoes, too. All of it.
Oh, look at who's come in!
Oh,
You're just in time. Hi. Just in
what?
time. Huh? But Crew's gonna sing Christmas carols.
Oh,
right, Crew?
sing.
Okay.
not a note. Not one single note. Hold it.
What?
Not a single note till everybody's out of those wet clothes. Now, come on. Quickly, look at you.
That's an order.
Look
That's
like
one out of his galoshes and a red-nosed reindeer.
Snow bunnies.
No.
You too.
Oh, come on, Ada. I don't catch cold ever.
Oh, come on, Ada, you too. Come on.
Why don't you just say bah humbug?
Okay, bah humbug. Now, come on. Out of those clothes, out of those things, into dry clothes. Hurry up,
See you guys.
everybody. Bah humbug. Bah humbug. Hurry up.
I think I was presents for Dad.
No, you shouldn't have. But I'm glad you did.
Beautiful tree.
Thanks, we just finished it.
Well, looks like it's Christmas time.
Wouldn't have been the same kind of Christmas time if you hadn't come here.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Well, I just saw Mac a little while ago.
Oh, yeah, at the party.
Yeah.
How is he? Is he having fun?
Oh, he's great. He's really great. You wouldn't have believed it. I came in and he gave me this big hug. I mean, you'd have thought I was his long-lost son or something.
Well, in a way, maybe you are. He's having so much trouble with Sandy and Cecile. I think he's closer to you right now than he is to his own son. You help him, okay?
Yeah, I will.
All right.
You know, you've had two great men in your life, Dad and Mac.
Well, I got a third one standing right
Oh,
here.
well, thank you.
Are you warm enough, sir?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Are your shoes wet?
No, it's all right.
Okay.
It's all right.
All right. Are we ready?
We're going to sing?
Let's go sing!
All right.
Sing.
Okay. Oh, the Lord is come. Let earth receive her King. Let
and heavenly nature sing, heavenly nature sing, and heavenly nature sing. He moves the earth in peace and grace, to make the nations prove the glory of his righteousness, and heavenly nations love, and earth.
Stay tuned for the conclusion of Another World.
Sail, please, raw sail. I'm dying of thirst.
Well, I couldn't get it. Now, there's walrus sail in that bowl, and here's my famous eggnog. But take it easy, because we'll be eating dinner very soon. Mac just called. He and Elena will be here in just a minute.
I'm sorry, Liz, I couldn't help myself. There's mistletoe.
Who in the world put that? Peter and I. We hung it up all night.
Well, looks like us girls are going to have to be very careful.
It's too late, Sally.
Oh, my.
Oh, Julia, what did you do? No one will be safe in this room.
Oh, well, that's the idea.
30 minutes to the pound.
Dad, like
This
that
trout
for
roast
later.
that
I'll get it.
I'm
Hold
cooking,
on.
remind me, 30 minutes to the pound. Don't let me forget.
I think we're in the right place, Elena.
Go back.
Thank you.
You take it, Julia?
Yes,
okay.
is it egg?
Thank you.
Oh, Lena, watch out for the mistletoe, by the
What
way.
mistletoe?
Well, since you mentioned it, that mistletoe.
There's some over here, too, Elena.
You have to wait in line, young man.
I think I'm going to love this party.
Oh, I know.
We're all warmed up for you.
Look at this tree. Isn't that a...
30 minutes to the pound.
Thanks,
Oh,
guys.
thank you, God. Let's check on the roast. I'll be right.
Oh, Liz, please. Before you check on the roast, may I make the first toast of the evening?
Well, of course.
Because I'm so grateful for the toast that you all made to me earlier this afternoon. I was trying to think of some way that I could respond in kind. You know, we are all so lucky. I mean, we're so blessed just to be here in this lovely room, surrounded by good and loving friends. Somehow that made me think of all the ones that weren't that lucky. The lonely ones in silent, lonely rooms. Those for whom this day may have been a day of pain, not of happiness. I should like us to propose our toast to them. So, if they can, somehow, hear me now. If the glow from this tree, if the love that's coming from each one of you can reach beyond these walls to those we know, those we may never know, if we can share somehow the great happiness we feel on this Christmas Eve with them, then perhaps their loneliness may not be quite so lonely. Perhaps they do know. In spirit, we are with them. We are with you, everyone. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
This part of Another World was brought to you by Head & Shoulders Shampoo in regular and conditioning formulas, so you can show off your hair, not the itch of dandruff. Join us each weekday at this time for the continuing story of Another World.